Yeah, Vicky, Rick, the last police car left about 20 minutes ago, and you could see behind me workers are boarding up the broken glass. It's a far cry from the chaos from earlier this morning.
Wait, what? That's pretty fast for a mass shooting investigation that killed 5 top executives in a bank. Almost as fast as it took the mentally ill shooter to legally obtain an AR-15. To be wrapped up before the start of the local evening news. To have workers already cleaning, oops, I meant board up.
Speaking of workers, where were the security guards? Did the guards pull a Uvalde during this mass shooting? This is a bank with vault full of money, right?
So no armed security guards. And they collected all the evidence needed to have workers boarding up the bank, where a mass shooter took the lives of 5 innocent executives just a few hours earlier. With the last cop leaving 20 minutes ago is no longer a crime scene.
Because this was never a crime scene. This was a false flag. I will without a doubt prove to you they are lying to us and faking this staged mass shooting.
This news segment goes on to sum up the entire mass shooting, even up to the raid that occurred at the suspect's home.
Now, why would a news crew be on scene at the raid before the SWAT team even gets there? Because this is a false flag and they are lying.
The news fucked up and displayed 2 different raids that was aired on different local news stations.
The following scene of the raid should have been the only one aired and seen by the public.
Seen in the glass of the bank and nearby businesses. Later that afternoon, a SWAT team went into the Camp Taylor house where Sturgeon rented a room as neighbors watched in shock.
Notice how many SWAT officers there are. Raiding this house with their weapons drawn focused. Looks pretty convincing and real, right? Other than the fact media shouldn't be there during mass shooting of an ongoing investigation. They wouldn't have been there because they wouldn't have been told.
Now let me show the other raid that was not supposed to be seen. It was straight out of a false flag bloopers reel, as I exposed in my second Louis V shooting video.
Fearful as a SWAT unit went into the suspected shooter's home. Police armed with long rifles and tactical gear.
Does SWAT usually tape off a suspect's house, then force entry?
Does SWAT usually tape off a suspect's house, then force entry?
Usually tape off a suspect's house, then force entry?
Suspected shooter's home. Police armed with long rifles and tactical gear. Officers arrived on Taylor Avenue not long after police say 25-year-old...
Now, why in the world would SWAT team raid a house after it's been raided? Because they were told this was some sort of LARP, live action role-playing training exercise.
You see it with your very own eyes. It is easier to fool a fool than to convince the fools that they have been fooled.
So stop being a fool, you fool.
Like they're going around trying to find camera footage. They told me that the guy who did the shooting, lives just right over there, just a couple houses down, which is a little frightening.
Some, like Trevor Salzman, just moving into the Camp Taylor area a few weeks ago. Nervous now about what kind of neighborhood this is.
Who's the guy that is standing on your porch, holstering a firearm, a walkie-talkie, and cuffs with a clipboard?
And what the fuck are you handing over to him? And he is logging them. It's pretty shiny. Are those police badges? And he's handing one back to you. And you pick another one up just to hand to him so he can log, as if you two are working together.
Police had the block barricaded for at least 6 hours. SWAT was in and out of the home in 10 minutes. Bags of evidence hauled from the scene.
It's getting sad. All the mass shootings and stuff.
It is getting sad. Like, how do you guys not see the Orwellian future you are helping them create?
When I was growing up, we used to fist fight. And now, you can't say hi. If I say hi to you, you might shoot me.
These acting gigs will get you by for so long. Same with you. Cops, government officials, all lying to benefit the elite, who the FBI are working for.
It is the unthinkable, yet it's happened in the place we call home.
You might feel at home until they have no more use for you, which will be sooner than you think. With AI and automation, your news anchors will be gone. You directors will be replaced. A single Robocop can replace an entire department.
An LMPD says the shooter live streamed the incident, but it is important to note Louisville's mayor, LMPD, the governor, everyone who is giving us the details today wanted to focus on those victims.
All right. Christy Batista, thank you for your reporting.
Thanks. Nah, brah. The real thanks goes to the editor. I see you. I appreciate you, but wish you do more. Sorry to ask, but you have all the footage and can blow the whistle and expose these false flaggets.
Have you seen what James O'Keefe has done with whistleblowers and their bank accounts? Sure, you may be losing your job, but that Give Send Go money. You can retire and be recognized as a hero and change this sad, depressing future. You are helping them create.
False flagging officers, news anchors, directors, or crisis actors. This applies to you too. Fix what you help wrong for our future and your children's future.
She fought back after being shot 12 times and left for dead.
WDRB's Stefan Johnson tells us why a Louisville woman who survived last year's mass shooting at a Cincinnati bank is now giving up her career to save lives.
This
Stefan.
bitch was shot 12 times, working at a bank in Cincinnati in 2017, which this video claims to be filmed a few months after in 2018. I will debunk in part 2. These false flaggets always need a mascot. Meet Whitney, 50 Cent, Austin, strong chick, shot 12 times by a rocket launcher and lived to preach about it, and just so happens to be at the Louisville bank shooting in 2023.